Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is part 7 of my continuing saga of building the tiny super deformed SD Sinanju suit. It's probably the longest running series for an SD kit because it's tiny, it's like a dozen bits, so yeah. I've been spreading it out because I've been building it alongside the full scale, the 144 scale Sazabi, which, I mean, look, the instruction manual is bigger, so the whole thing's got to be bigger, and this is just, you know, it's like put these 3 bits together and that's the backpack, whereas this one's got a page and a half of how to build the backpack, which is fully articulated and lovely. So yes, this has been being built as a Patreon exclusive build, so if you want to see more of that, I'll be showing you the kit at the end, but if you want to see it actually being built, follow this link down here to have a look at my Patreon page. If you want to join that, you'll get access to the build library of the Sazabi, as well as other posts and insights and things that I put up occasionally. This is the final part of the building before I take it all apart and paint it. Because that's what I've got to do on the other one. So that's what I've decided to do with this one. This is the final part. It's building the shield. When I say building the shield, the shield on the other one's quite a big, you know, lots of things and spikes and dangerous stuff. I cut the shield off of the sprue for this one. So yeah, there's less to do, but equally less cleanup and less everything else. Now it does say that you should use a sticker. Not decal, it's all stickers, which are nice metallic stickers. There is one for the shield, which is this funny shaped one, which goes on there. Probably that one at the top there as well, by the looks of it. But I'm not going to be using those. Not going to use most of those. I might well use the eye one and the visor one, but the black and the gold I'm going to be brush painting, or spraying red and possibly the black, but we'll worry about that next time. I'm going to be putting this one on now. Now the shield itself goes onto this left arm, and it says, what does it say? Yeah, because I attached that onto there because that looked like it went on there, and it sort of does, but it also sort of doesn't. So let me, what shall we do? Let's take his arm off. I think that's probably the easiest course of action. It's not normally, not in medicine, that's not normally the normal course of action, but in building it sometimes is. Let's get that apart. Let's take that off of there, put that back in there, which is where that goes. Right, and the shield will actually just pop onto, using that bottom hole, onto there. So it just fits in there, and obviously then the arm can go back most of the time. Ugh. Don't want to move the hand, just want to get that back in there. So tiny. Yeah, that is not such a good idea, that outside bit, but we'll worry about that down the line. So that's that, and that's that built. Now, somehow, I think it's in place of that bit, so you're not going to have that bit on there at the same time. So we'll take that one off of there. Yeah, you can have the shield or you can have that bit. You can't have both, matey. That's just greedy. So the wing can go back on. So yes, he's got the shield like that and the gun. And he doesn't use that bit. But interestingly, there are several options. You can actually leave the weapons detached, obviously. You can then remove these bits and the backpack and the wings, and you can actually take the wings off, attach these in place of those. It goes onto the gun, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong bit. These go onto the gun like that, obviously the other one as well. The gun goes onto the backpack like that, and then it's just a big gun with a thing on it. I haven't taken the other bit off the other side, but yeah, all the wings can then go onto these. That one on that one, that one on that side. So it becomes a different version of a huge gun. But I don't like that, because this is all unfilled, opened, and yeah, it's designed to be looked at from that side, isn't it? Not that side. But that's an interesting thing. You can actually, again, as a alternative, you can use original weapon B, which is not using that, but using this with the wings on it. You attach the shield to that, which is why the shield has multiple attachment points. You attach the shield to that like so, and that attaches to an arm of, maybe not this one, or it might do this one even, of certain, oh, it's only the RX 78-2 Gundam, but basically that fits it to the arm there and becomes a big gunny type something or other. So they're sort of trying to get you to buy multiple kits to add extra weapons to them. So yeah, there you go. You can use the big gun on the 78-2, or that, which looks a bit strange being hollowed out and open. So that's an option, but not one I will be using. Let me reassemble him back how I like it. So I don't need that bit. He's only going to use that shoulder on that shoulder, that arm. Can I use that one instead? That looks like that will fit better. It'll give you a little bit more movement. The backpack will go back on the back, and the gun will go back in his hand. He won't use that hand to hold the gun. No, that looks a bit strange. So, without one extra bit left over, which always end up with bits left over in these things, don't it? I have finished the completed build of the Sinanju, the super deformed Sinanju. It didn't take very long to build. It's a lovely little kit. It's nothing special, but it's fun, and it's got movement. It's got posability. The ankles move, the legs move a bit, and the gun and head and everything's got level of movement to it. So it's fun. Right, that's the end of this build, but not the end of the series, because I'm going to paint it. You could leave it like that and put the stickers on, but the stickers are quite thick, and especially over some of the detail here, it's not going to go as well. So I will be painting it. I don't need to disassemble it very far to paint it, so most of it's going to be, you know, decide on the pose and just spray it and brush paint details onto it. But yeah, the painting is the next stage, or the strip down is the next stage, and the strip down is also the next stage on the real grade Sazabi that I've been doing, which I shall show you now. I'll move the camera back a bit because it's bigger, as you might have imagined. So here's the better view. This is, as I say, the real grade Sazabi. That's the word. I keep forgetting the word Sazabi. I don't know why. As you can see, the shield is a little bit more advanced than the shield on little bud here. Same shape, but different. It's got multiple parts in it, different coloured separations, and obviously the big glowy green things. The backpack is obviously much bigger and better, and there is lots of points of articulation in the entire kit. He's going to stab his friend as he goes around there. Look. I haven't finished the actual final pose, but I say even articulation on the toe. So yeah, there's lots of things to worry about on that. Let's move it back a bit so you can see it in the light. This is, as I say, need to get him sitting up properly. The exclusive Patreon build. If you want to see that, I say pop along to the Patreon page. I think I need to angle him a little bit more because with the shield on, this side's obviously quite heavy. Yeah, pop along to my Patreon page, see if you want to support me. For a mere $5 a month, you can, you know, watch all the extra video content and post content and everything else that I put up there, and it helps to keep me in plastic for a bit. I did need to buy more paints for different things, and obviously, yeah, If you don't, then it's fine, not a problem. The build won't be available to watch, but there'll be updates like this as I go through. The next stage on both of them, as I say, is stripping them down so I can repaint them. I need to film the stripping down because otherwise I'll forget where bits go, and it will be difficult trying to figure out. I don't know all the bits. I know I'm a bit better now than I did when I started, but I still don't know, you know, that bit, oh, is that for that side, or that bit of pauldron, and yeah. So yeah, that will be available to my patrons exclusively. The strip down of this is going to be much less of a strip down because I don't need to strip it down so much because you can get to most of it. But stick around soon for that. Probably be a week or so until I get up with those. But thanks for watching the SD build. I'll move him back out the way again because I'm a bit nervous of him now because he's quite big and pointy. Stick around, as I say. The next part of this is going to be the minor strip down and painting, and that will be available in a few days, a week or so probably. So thank you, and I'll see you soon when I get to do that. Bye bye.